My overall assessment of the offensive line, I thought the offensive line got better on a daily basis. You know, by the end of the spring ball, you know, they had a fully grasp all the different techniques and philosophies that I was trying to put into the offensive line. You know, every offensive line coach is going to do things differently, but luckily, you know, I was working with a veteran group that was very open to my different ideas, different techniques and stuff like that, and you could see how much they grew from practice number 1 to practice number 15. You know, everybody gets caught up and lost in, well, you know, and you follow it, you know, the defense won this day, the offense won the other day, and it's really ridiculous. It really is. If you keep any statistics during spring ball, it's ridiculous, right? So you know, but they got better on a daily basis. You know, they got better on a daily basis, which was important.
You talked early on about it, you know, improving the communication, working as one unit, and say, hey, if we go the wrong way, we're all going to go the wrong way. How did that communication progress?
5 men, 1 mind. That's our motto. 5 men, 1 mind. Get those 5 guys to act as one. And it was tremendous. Every single day, myself and the offensive line GA Aaron Hill, we would tally up the missed assignments, MAs. You know, we call them MAs. On every team period that we did for over 15 practices. We'll do it today as well. And so what we did was we emphasized that to them. And the first thing we would do the next day when we watched film, what were our missed assignments? And it became minimal, you know. So that in itself was the most important thing that I felt we needed to install, and they did a tremendous job with it. You know, did a tremendous job with it. Where our RMAs, I mean, we didn't go all the wrong way very often, you know. So it went well.
How nice is it to have a guy like Chris Jaspers there at center, 25 starts under his belt, been in the system, knows what's going on?
You know what? He's the intel. I call him the intel. He's the intel in there because of the fact he's got old eyes, you know, and it's real because we communicate. I could actually yell at him from the side and give him one word, and he knows exactly what that means, and that gets everybody coordinated with it, you know. He's the coach on the field. I know that's cliche-ish and all that other stuff, but he is the coach on the field. And so, you know, I end up spending with him the most amount of time. You know, is what the defense is doing. You know, and I don't know if you can hear me during practice, but I'll yell, "Hey, Chris, it's third and long," and he knows. Well, we're expecting certain things from the defense. You know, and that's a communication deal that will continue throughout the season.
That takes pressure off Cato as well. You know, Chris is calling out the pass. I think that's how it works. You know, if Chris is worried about the pass blocking and the blocking up front, that's one thing your quarterback doesn't have.
Yeah, he controls the pass protection. You know, Cato tells us what kind of protection we're going to do, and then our center is allowed to change the protection. He's allowed to flip the protection. We call it flip the protection. A lot of programs give that on the quarterback. Okay, but we don't. We give it on the offensive line. It's something that I'm used to. That's what I did at the other place where I was at before as well. And you know, if the offensive line is the ones going to get tagged with the sacks, then I want to make sure that it's in our hands and our power that we get the protection the proper manner. You know, and those are things that, you know, when you give up a sack, there's a lot of stuff that goes into play in there. You know, did the wide receivers run the right route? You know, did they run the routes at the right tempo? You know, did the quarterback hold the ball too long? You know, was it a breakdown in the offensive line? Was it a breakdown with the running back? So it really takes all 10 guys to be in sync in order to protect the quarterback. You know, but not only do we want to eliminate the sacks, but we also want to eliminate the free shots on Rakeem as well.
Guys opened up some holes today. Quarterbacks had time to throw. Pleased with the performance here in your first
Very pleased. Very pleased. You know, I told him, you know, we have three things I tell him. I said, I'm going to tell you it the first day I met you. I'm going to tell you it the day before we play our bowl game. 5 men, 1 mind. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, D&D, which is dominate and discourage. You know, work to dominate and discourage every snap, and then fit, fight, and finish, and pass pro. Those are the 3 things. That's about as motivation as I get. I don't get any other motivation than that, because to me, motivation wears off. To me, it's motivation through preparation that's going to lead you to have lasting success.